Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. And today's topic is problems with usage of macro variable in PROC SQL like operator and how to resolve it in a simple way. To understand this, let's first talk about like operator and how does it work. Like operator helps us in finding the pattern matching. In here, I'm using the like operator in a where statement wherein I'm saying where make like you, and then I'm having a percent symbol in front of it and percent symbol after you. Here what I'm really looking is I want definitely you in the variable make, but it could have anything before you and anything after you. And another important point to remember here is it could have nothing in front of you and nothing after you also. So now let us quickly run this code and see our result. In the result you can see that at various positions in the make variable we have the value of u. That is how this works. Now let us get into the meat of our topic, that is related to macro variable. Now instead of using u, I want to use a macro variable. Now create a macro variable, and here I am doing that by using a %let statement. I am saying %let mk equal to u, and pretty much similar thing I am using in here, but by using a macro variable which I have created in here, and its value is u. And when I reference this %mk, it should resolve to u. Now what is the problem with this approach? To understand that, let us quickly run this code and see our result. And in the result you see that there is nothing in here, and in the log it says that no rows were selected. Why is this happening? Because macro variables are resolved in double quotes only, and here we have given single quotes. And when we have single quotes, this %mk stays as it is, and it looks for %mk in the make variable, and if it does not find that value, it is not going to do anything. So by using the single quotes, we were not able to resolve the macro variable value. Now let us try to change it and use double quote. Now what I am doing in here is I have pretty much taken the same code and kept it in here. And then let us quickly run this and see our result. And if you look in here, it says that apparent invocation of macro u not resolved. To understand this, we need to know a couple of things. The first thing is % symbol and ampersand symbols are known as macro triggers. And what happens with the macro triggers is whenever we run any code along with macro triggers, macro trigger runs first and they get resolved in the case of ampersand symbol, and they do get executed in the case of % symbol. And what macro facility also does is it provides the text back to the regular SAS code which is in here. And once this is done, the remaining piece of code runs next. I have made a very detailed video on this topic, and link for the same I will give in the description below. In here, what is happening is %mk becomes u, and we have %u. %u, whenever you are trying to do that, what happens is it thinks that we have created a macro u and we are trying to execute macro u. But we have never created macro u, and our intention is not to execute any macro, but this is what it is trying to do in here. So what happens with the macro facility in here is, as that macro u is not there, it doesn't do anything in here. It provides what is already in here to our code in here, and then this gets executed as what I am showing in you here. As our make variable doesn't have any %mk in it, so nothing happens there. So no rows were selected. To avoid this, it is very simple. All we need to do is we need to use the same code as I'm showing you in here, but we need to add additional percent sign. And what additional percent sign does is it tells the macro facility, please don't consider the percent symbols here as a macro trigger, but consider them as a literal or text. And then what happens is when the macro facility first looks into this piece of code, it ignores this double ampersand symbol and it resolves ampersand mk as u. And when SAS runs this piece of code, what it does is it sees percent %u as this percent is an escape character. It just ignores that. And once we run this, we get the result exactly what we want, wherein we have u in our make variable values. And that's all for this video. If you like this video, please give it a share, subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you.